I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey them because they are our master.
Welcome, brothers. In today's video, we'll explore the modern woman going against the traditional woman, something the modern woman detests, labeling them as oppressed. But before we proceed, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. We're also on TikTok now, so feel free to check us out there. Without further ado, let's get started.
I heard this girl, Sadie, talking about how it's really hard to be a good woman because there's no market for a good woman. It's really hard. A lot of men, they say, I want a traditional woman. I want a girl to do all these things for me. But then you have a man that goes on Instagram and then lusts all these half-naked photos. And then when their girl is like, okay, well, maybe this guy likes bikini photos. So then this good girl posts a photo in a bikini. And then it's like, well, I don't want you doing that. It's like, okay, if you don't want me posting that, why are you lusting over that?
Brothers, it is well known that a man desires a woman with traditional values, perhaps not always strictly adhering to them, but something traditional nonetheless. What a man does not want is a woman with a distracted moral compass, constantly lavishing her love on the public. This woman gets upset on International Women's Day because other women don't do what she does. She blames men for being like this, but my question is, which men is she blaming? The simps who distribute their attention to every woman on Instagram, many of them even to artificial intelligence-generated women? A real man focuses on guarding his attention because he knows it is the only power he possesses. Knowing whom to give or lend it to is what makes a man of value. So, this woman should ask herself, with which men am I going out? Because a self-respecting man does not associate with a woman who constantly gives her love to the public. If you doubt what I said, watch the next video. This woman makes it clear.
I look absolutely crazy with this filter, but I had to get on here and say something because videos like the one I'm stitching piss me off so bad. And I had to see that shit on International Women's Day. The shit that I just stitched, you should go watch the whole thing, but basically she says that because men lust after and only want Instagram baddies, that there's no market to be a good woman. This is just internalized misogyny repackaged. You are blaming women and shaming women that don't live by your values, and you're calling them inherently bad and implying that they're bad partners because they post content that you wouldn't post. You are turning around and blaming the actions of the men that you choose to date on women and the type of content that they choose to post because you disagree with it. That is the man's problem and the men that you date's problem. Yes, you have every right to not date a man that likes other women's photos. That is a very, very valid thing to want in a partner. What's not okay is shaming the women and claiming that these women are anything less than good people because you disagree with their lifestyle. There are women that post bikini photos. There are women that do OnlyFans. There are sex workers and women that I'm so mad I can't even talk. Come in all shapes, sizes, colors, occupations that are good women. Fuck you. Fuck anyone like this. And you should probably go and do a little soul searching and maybe undo some of that internalized misogyny you got going on, because that's shameful.
I completely agree. They just want to use an excuse to live in libertinism, to become content creators on the Blue app, to keep feeding their simps on Instagram. They only want an excuse for men to view that content. That's why she can't be a woman who doesn't create content, because every man she chooses likes this. This means you have a misguided concept of values. The men you like to choose are those who distribute their attention to every woman on Instagram. So she blames other women for not sharing her values. Are you listening closely? It's like she's saying, they are wrong for not doing what I do because all men are trash. They are like women who can't find a partner and end up hitting the wall. In the end, they decide to dye their hair in different colors, join a movement that hates men, then blame the patriarchy for everything bad that happens to them. Because, as brothers know, her having a distracted moral compass is the fault of men.
Your husband tells you you need to be at home, this is what you say. Nothing.
I once again see no inaccuracies here. And this does not mean you can't go out. This doesn't mean that you can't have friends. This doesn't mean you can't do Sunday brunch with your sister Jenny. This means when you become somebody's wife, you are now agreeing that that man is a top priority in your life. And when he no longer feels like a priority to you, that is an issue. If you prioritize going out and spending more time with other people than your man, you're the problem. So I agree. If your man comes to you and says, honey, you're not home enough, I miss you, it should be a zero argument. It should be, I'm sorry you feel this way. I'll rearrange my schedule, make sure I have more time for you. That's it. Nothing more than that. And if you get heated, you should reevaluate your life.
Personally, I don't agree with how she looks, but her content is more supportive of traditional women, even though her appearance aligns more with the green and pink hair movement. Although, I don't know. I really don't know. Who told women that nose ring looks good? That's horrible, brothers. I don't judge people, but for me, it's an immediate red flag. But as she said, the truth is that many confuse traditional with oppression. Many talk about how their grandmothers and mothers were oppressed by men. In those times, women attacked each other more. When there was a friend in a group who wasn't married or didn't have children while still single, she was rejected by the others. Nowadays, women are not oppressed. They have even more rights than men. What women understand is the value of a partner, of having a man by their side. They understand that their contribution to the family is crucial. They realize that being a team with a man is the way to go. Just because you're married doesn't mean you've lost all your freedom, like a caged animal. Many have even more peace and time for themselves when they are at home.
How to become a traditional wife. Number 1, embracing ultra-traditional gender roles into your marriage. The man, he is the provider, the main breadwinner. He goes out of the house and works. The woman, the wife, she is the homemaker. She takes care of the home. She takes care of herself, and she does the cooking and the cleaning. Number 2, and I cannot stress this enough, you have to marry the right man. If you marry a guy who in your dating life, he showed abusive and control tendencies, this is a disaster waiting to happen, because when you become financially dependent on this man, he will abuse all of that. So make sure that you take your dating life very seriously. If you are not dating to eventually marry that person, you're wasting your time. Number 3, learn to cook, learn to clean, and learn how to host. I probably got in the kitchen at like 3 years old with my mom, and she taught me how to cook, how to bake. She taught me how to clean, although I could definitely progress on that. Cooking and cleaning are life skills that can benefit you and your family forever. Number 4, you have to have something for yourself. As a traditional wife, you are spending a lot of your day catering to others, whether it is your husband or your family, and it's important to have something that is meant just for you. This could be sewing, this could be painting, I don't know, ice skating. Find something that is just for you and put that in your life every single day. And number 5, and I mean this in the best way possible, upkeep your beauty maintenance. Men, husbands, they're very visual, and I'm not saying put a full face of makeup on every day, but I do mean to pull yourself together and to make sure that you look presentable, whatever that may mean to you. For me, full face of makeup. I love house dresses, and that's just me. But make sure you are keeping up with your beauty and yourself. You are fit, you are healthy, because you and your husband will benefit from this. There you have it. A couple ways you could become a traditional wife. Bye.
Brothers, this woman is the most attacked by the women in the green and pink hair movement. She speaks about what it means to be a traditional woman. But I want you to observe if you see this woman oppressed, if you see her broken, if you see her being destroyed by her husband in an unpaid job. This woman looks radiant. She dresses as she wants. She appears happy with her family and children. This is infuriating many modern women, some out of envy, others simply because they hate men. Because, brothers, within this movement, there are women who hate men. There are many women behind it who don't like men. They prefer women. They foster more hatred towards men among younger girls to increase their following. But aside from that, brothers, look at how she talks about what her mother taught her when she was little, how to take care of a man, how to choose a good man. She makes it clear, it's your choice. If the man you chose mistreats you, you were the one who chose him. But I want you to watch the next video of a childless woman who is angry because a mother teaches her daughter traditional values.
let's just open up the floor for discussion. I want to hear how you all feel. What do you all think after watching that video? If there was a word for what you just saw, what would that word be? I can't personally imagine telling my sons what they should strive for, what should be the only thing that they strive for, and an attempt to limit their potential based on my own personal beliefs. Because I find that to be incredibly harmful, especially to young girls. One, because we would just probably, society and most people would just never say that to boys. Only strive to be a husband and a father. Don't strive for anything else, because nothing else will fulfill you in the way that those things will. I can't imagine planting that limiting seed in their head. But what do you think?
Well, I think that a woman who doesn't have children or a husband can't know what it feels like to be in a family or understand the roles that each person should play, because where does teaching how to cook, clean, and be feminine mean telling a woman that she will be useless in life? For me, a woman is better prepared, because that woman can study away from home, know how to take care of herself as a functional person, not live on street food, know how to do her own laundry, and organize her house. Tomorrow, that woman can have a career, a job, and still maintain her femininity. With the current economy, not all men can support a family with a single income, so not all men would mind if their wife works and contributes to the household. What bothers a man is being with a woman who can't do anything at home, and he has to take care of her emotionally and financially. That woman can't even prepare a meal for you one day. Because a mother who teaches her daughter how to be traditional, a good mother, a wife, how to handle household chores, isn't conducting some kind of modern maid workshop. She is preparing a woman who, if she decides to be a mother and stay at home or pursue a career while being married, can still take care of her children, her husband, and herself in a healthy way. But as I said, someone who has not been married, who has hit the wall, doesn't understand this because, as brothers know, the wall does not forgive. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the traditional woman? Do you believe that every mother should teach traditional values to her children? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.